Today, House members-elect are set to choose their leaders for the 119th Congress. President-elect Donald Trump says he wants Speaker Mike Johnson to keep the gavel. We go live to our Joe St. George in D.C. And Joe, do you think today will be a smooth one or maybe a rocky one for Johnson?
Man, you know, you guys don't bring me on to tell you I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, this could be a relatively drama-free day if Speaker Mike Johnson wins on the first round, or it could be a day full of controversy and uncertainty. I mean, here's the reality. In recent American history, and I'm talking the last 2 years, it's been difficult for Republicans to elect the Speaker of the House. In 2023, when Republicans gathered to do what they're about to do here in Washington, it took 15 rounds of voting for former Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy to be elected. And then when he lost the job a few months later, 22 days of deliberation for Speaker Mike Johnson to ultimately win the gavel. Here's the reality as we chat on this Friday morning, just a few hours before the new Congress gets underway. Speaker Mike Johnson's the favorite for the job. He's the current Speaker. He has the support of President-elect Trump. But that doesn't mean he's going to get there, and here's why. It's a historically narrow Republican majority. We expect it to be 219 to 215. So even though Republicans won control of the House, it's still very, very narrow. And that means under that scenario, 219, 215, 218 is the magic number. What does that mean? Speaker Johnson could only lose one Republican member of the House and retain the gavel. Again, if those numbers are what we think they will ultimately be. His problem is that more than one Republican member of the House has expressed skepticism in recent weeks about his ability to do the job. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of phone calls. There's a lot of meetings. President-elect Trump is lobbying, doing what he can do. But again, his support doesn't mean everything. Some of these members may hold out to see if they get something in return for ultimately voting for him. As our viewers know by now, the House can't do anything really until they have a speaker, and they're slated to do some pretty important things in the coming days, first being certifying the Electoral College early next week.
And Joe, today 60 new members of the House will be sworn in. Some of them are from Colorado, and we had some pretty tight and monumental races back here in November.
Absolutely, and there's going to be more Republican representation from Colorado on Capitol Hill. New representatives representing El Paso County in Congress. There'll be a new representative for the Republican Party representing Adams County, the area just north of Denver. And then you have new representation on the Western Slope with Congresswoman Lauren Boebert changing districts this election. So there's more Coloradans intimately and intricately involved in the selection for the Republican Speaker of the House today, and we'll see if any of them enter the drama later today. As of right now, we're not expecting anything. The big thing to keep an eye on with these new Republican members, these new members of Congress from Colorado, is what path do they chart as they begin their journey representing Colorado? Are they someone who wants to go on cable news a lot and get involved in some of the controversies that can exist on Capitol Hill? Are they someone who wants to join committees and focus on policy? Are there others who perhaps want to use it as a stepping stone, maybe to run for Senate or governor one day? That's one of the many things we'll be keeping an eye on as these fresh faces representing multiple districts from Colorado get underway here in just a few short hours. Again, it feels like the first day of school here with new faces making their way here to Washington.